What's up, you guys? Nick here, and I have the spiciest of spicy races for you. That's right, the defending Olympic gold medalist at 1,500 meters, Matthew Centrowitz, put it all on the line the other night. He said he was going to go for the American record in the mile. Alan Webb's record, 3:46.91. Side note, I actually went out to Harry Potter at a movie theater in Belgium the night before Alan Webb ran that in Berchat. We went out and watched Harry Potter. So I like to take a little bit of credit for that American record, but I also want to see it go down. So when I heard Matthew Centrowitz was going to take a crack at this, I just knew I had to tune in. And I want to shout out Tracklandia for bringing this to us. They're the ones that live streamed this event. It was such a cool event, and they've given me permission to reuse this video. So thank you, Tracklandia. I've linked them in the description below. Make sure you check them out. But let's get to the action right now. It is Matthew Centrowitz. He has two pacers, two rabbits, and also two racers. And during the race, I'm going to let you know why this is so critical. But they've got them lined up. There are some of you out there who don't watch a lot of track and field, so I'm going to just, for a quick second, tell you why they're starting 9 meters behind the starting line. Typically, you think of the track 400 meters around. Well, that would only be 1,600 meters if you ran 4 laps. The mile, of course, 1,609 meters. So you'll notice they're lined up 9 meters behind that traditional starting line. And those cones you'll see off to the left there, and the cones you'll see on the inside of the track there, those are actually marking out the yards. So 4 laps plus 9 meters, it's 1,609 meters. That's right, it is the mile. Roll film. All right, here they're off. Now, they need to average 56-second laps to get this done. That's what Alan Webb ran. Actually, we actually have his splits. Alan ran 56, 56, 56, 55. 56.7 is the average that they need here. And I absolutely love the way they set this up. 2 rabbits, right? The 2 guys in front of Matt right now, they're not planning on finishing. 2 rabbits to break the wind, help set pace. I actually learned that Matt didn't even want to know the pace. He just wanted to go for the ride. And then 2 racers behind him. Now, this is critical because in a time trial situation, you're just, you versus the clock, and it's hard to get the same amount of adrenaline as you would get when you have other people, really talented runners in this case, racing. He knows he's not just time trialing, he is actually running a race. And look at the people down on the track cheering him on. Now let's see this 400 split, this 440 split. Right here, 54 seconds, 55 seconds. It's quick. They just, what I would call, they stole time, right? 56.7 is what they need. They were 55 flat there. So they just stole a second. That could be really beneficial later on in this race. It could also come back to haunt you. Matthew Centrowitz is a strength runner, so I think he wanted to just pocket a little bit of time there, and I'm glad he did. Now look at these rabbits doing a fantastic job coming through 600 meters here. You see that his competitors here are already beginning to fall off the pace a little bit. You want to hear them behind you. You want something to scare you a little bit. But Matthew Centrowitz not afraid to just glue himself to those rabbits. That's what you have to do in an attempt like this. Coming down the home stretch, they have people cheering. This is at Jesuit High School in Portland, Oregon. A fantastic running community showing up just a few days, just a week, a little over a week before Matthew Centrowitz is going to race out at the Olympic Games. And I love this community for showing up. 152 through 800 meters. That's exactly where they need to be. Hats off to these rabbits. Now, let's see how far they can make it. In a really honest attempt, you want these rabbits going as far as possible. 1,200 meters would be great. Anything over 1,200 meters is icing on the cake. Can they make it to 1,200 meters? They're coming down the backstretch now, and you see the grimace on the rabbits' faces. Guys, this 152.800 is no joke for anybody, let alone they're doing all that work. They made it 1,000 meters in 2:21. Well done, rabbits, as they step off the track. Now, this is tough. Matt Centrowitz has to do 600 meters all by himself. That's a tall order for anybody. But look at his silky smooth stride. I've always loved 2 things about Matt Centrowitz: how graceful he is and how incredibly honed his tactics are. He's one of the best tacticians I've ever seen. We'll get to that in just a minute. Let's see what the 1,200-meter split is. We wanted to see 2:48. We're going to see 2:51, 2:52. So he lost a few seconds there. It's really not a surprise as the rabbits step off. He all of a sudden has to switch from just gluing himself to the rabbits and going along for a ride to waking up and trying to run that pace on his own. And it is so hard to do, even with the crowd out there, even knowing we're all out here in the internet land watching him. It's just so hard to push yourself through that pain. You wouldn't even notice looking at him. He looks so relaxed. Now, with 200 meters to go, I'm sure he knows he has to wind it up. He has a lethal kick. Did he save anything? Can he get this going down the last 150? You know, without people to kick against, it is, again, so hard. Well, something that's so impressive about the way Alan Webb ran his mile, he did it as a pure time trial all by himself. 100 meters to go. The 3:46 is the number to watch. 41, 42, 43. Come on, Matt! 3:46.9 comes and goes. He's not going to get the American record, but let's see what his time is at the line. 3:49.26, which is a new personal best at the age of 31 for Matt Centrowitz. That leads me to my 3 takeaways. Number 1, a new personal best. Now, I peaked in my career at the age of 28, 29. Matt Centrowitz at 31 is still setting new personal bests, and just weeks before the Olympic Games. A huge congrats to Matt for several reasons. Number 1, putting it out there and doing this publicly. I have so much respect for him for doing this. You know, this could have gone really, really poorly, in which case he's going to go into the Games somewhat dejected without the confidence. I have to think he takes a ton of confidence from this. Number 2, yes, it is a personal best, but I want to put a little side note to that. It is a personal best in the mile. His 3:49.26 actually converts to about a 3:32 1500. Now, his personal best in the 1500 is 3:30. Don't let that take anything away from this performance. I say this time and time again. The 1500 is not the mile. That last 109 meters makes a world of difference. So this is still a phenomenal performance. Even though he didn't get the American record, he has to take a ton of confidence from this, I think. And number 3, if there's anything that gives me confidence that Matthew Centrowitz is ready to defend his Olympic gold medal, it's this. He's not a time trialer, you guys. He is truly one of the greatest racers I've ever seen in the mile. His tactics, and we've covered this in videos before, his tactics are always just so perfect. He always finds his way into lethal striking distance with 400 or 200 meters to go. He's fit right now. He has just proven how fit he is, and we already know the guy is on when it counts. He's got that lethal kick. I have to think he's one of the favorites for medals when he gets out to Tokyo. Now, good luck, Matt. Travel safe to Tokyo. One last thing I want to mention. I heard that there was some criticism of the rabbits. I am not hearing that for 2 seconds. These rabbits did a wonderful, wonderful job. They are to be commended. And one last shout out to Tracklandia for the production of this video. Thank you for bringing us this great content. Last but not least, if you want to be a great runner like Matthew Centrowitz, How to Be a Better Runner. It's a book I wrote. It is available at nicksymmonds.com, and every single copy comes hand autographed. Check it out. I've linked it in the description below. I'll see you guys in just a couple days. We're going to actually talk about Matt Centrowitz's Olympic gold performance. I'm going to race review that, break it down. We're trying to get Matt hyped up for this big moment for him out in Tokyo. I can't wait to watch. I hope you can either. See you soon.